Now, the story for Syndicate is set in the future, which almost every single game nowadays is set in, so not very original, developers. So the game actually starts in the year 2069, where you play as Agent Miles Kilo, aka your main hero that does not speak an entire word. So anyway, you play as Miles Kilo, an agent for Eurocorp, a mega corporation who makes these enhancement chips that go into your brain called the DART chips. These chips let you have superhuman abilities, let you slow down time, and make you a complete badass. So of course your main character is equipped with the latest version of the DART chip, and you pretty much become a hitman for the head of Eurocorp named Denim, who is played by Brian Cox in this game. After Kilo's first hit, he finds out one of the people working at Eurocorp has been leaking information to other similar businesses. This is where the story actually starts to really take off. After that, the game's story is filled with corruption, betrayal, and a lot of violence. The plot itself is very decent. Nothing amazing or memorable. There is a good cast of characters here, but I did really have a very good time watching it and seeing what was going to happen next. So in my opinion, it's not a bad story at all. So let's go on to the sound. Now let's talk about the sound. The voice acting in this game is absolutely fantastic. You have the man himself, Brian Cox, playing your boss in the game, and he is fantastic in this role. Brian Cox has always been a great actor, and there's no difference here. You also have Rosario Dawson, who everybody should know, she's one of the hottest actresses of all time, who plays another character named Lily in the game, who I didn't really talk about in the story. She is also great in the game, and might actually be a little bit better, seeing that she's actually in the game much more than Brian Cox. The rest of the voice acting is also really good, with Michael Winscott being the standout, who in the game plays your mentor, who goes in a couple of missions with you in the beginning. The sound design is also great. The futuristic way the guns and enemies sound really matches the game's atmosphere. The soundtrack is mostly comprised of techno, which is a really good fit for the game. Overall, the sound in the game is fantastic. It really is. Syndicate did a great job with sound. So let's go on to the graphics. Now let's talk about the graphics. Syndicate is set in the future, if you didn't know by now, so you're expecting a lot of white rooms and things that move around robotically, etc. You do get that, but you also get plenty of places that are very grimy, dirty, and nasty looking. The environments are all very well detailed, and there's a good variety of them, like I said before. There are times where you will see some blurry textures or muddy textures here and there, but not enough to bring down how good the environments actually look. The character models are also very well detailed and just look fantastic, especially the way the faces look and animate. The way Brian Cox looks in this game looks like Brian Cox. It looks like him, and it's kind of scary looking. The special effects like the explosions and gunfire all look really good as well in the game. Now, one huge problem I have with the graphics is the lighting, which at times can be really off-putting and can blind the hell out of you in the game. It is a very bright looking game, but it is also a very slick and stylized one as well. The graphics overall are fantastic in the game, but hit a couple of little stumbles here and there along the way. So in my opinion, graphics are fantastic. Let's go and talk about the gameplay now. And now let's talk about the gameplay. Syndicate is a very standard first-person shooter at heart. I mean, you get your typical set of guns like pistols, machine guns, assault rifles, shotguns, etc. There are a few interesting guns though, like a flamethrower, homing rockets, a badass chain gun which just annihilates everything in front of you, and a gun that actually locks on to enemies and the bullets follow the character, kind of like the gun in the Resistance series, if you ever played that. My number one rule in a shooter is to make me feel like I am actually shooting something that is living and breathing, and luckily this game does it fantastically. It really feels very good in the game, and is a lot of fun when you shoot someone in the freaking face and their head blows up, or you shoot them in the arm with a shotgun and their freaking parts of their body just fly around and just, ooh, it's so bloody. I love it. Yeah. Now, along with the solid gunplay, you also acquire these DART chip abilities, which all four of these abilities make the game easily less repetitive, because they pretty much make you a badass. These four abilities let you persuade an enemy to fight alongside you for a short amount of time, make an enemy commit suicide and take other enemies out with him with like a grenade or something, cause a disruption in someone else's body and knocks them back a bit so they can get out of their defense and you can shoot them, and a DART overlay ability which lets you see where all of the enemies are in the map and also slows down time. So you're going, oh, I know he's there and he's there, I'm going to use this, and then freaking slow down time and just shoot their freaking faces off. Ooh, it's so good. Now, all of these abilities are fun to use along with the gunplay, but you'll have to keep recharging these abilities, so only use them at the right opportunity, which is kind of cool because it adds a little bit of strategy to the game. So only use them when it is at the right opportunity. Through the campaign, you also acquire other people's dart chips, which will let you upgrade your own dart chip. You can make your guns shoot better, increase your overall health, or make your dart abilities even more badass. Now, the single-player campaign is only about 6 to 7 hours long, but the game also comes with a 4-player co-op mode, just like The Darkness 2 had earlier this month. Now, a great thing about the 4-player co-op mode in this game, it doesn't feel like it was just thrown in at the last minute. It's very well thought out, and after you give it some time, it can become very addicting to play with your friends. The best thing I could say about the co-op itself is that it forces the players to work as a team and not make it just a who can kill more type game. If you are trying to do everything yourself, you are going to get killed, and that's what I love about it. I love working as a team, so that's why I think this co-op completely works. There are 9 missions in the co-op which are all highly replayable, so you get a lot of extra content in this game. I really enjoyed the single and multiplayer campaigns of Syndicate. It offered a lot of fun ways to kill enemies and to work as a team. I highly recommend Syndicate for anyone that likes a good futuristic first-person shooter like me. So there you go. There is my review for Syndicate, and I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely go check the game out. It's easily worth your time if you really love first-person shooters like I do. Thank you for watching, and see you later. Goodbye. I'm going to go play some more Syndicate.